everyone, Carol here with another fantastic video for you today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so by tapping the subscribe button below. What we're going to do tonight, first off, we're going to make our own swag. So what I've got here is just a cheap garland that you can get at Christmas time, okay? I think this one, came from Walmart. It was like $3. I use them as ties or different things. They're really too flimsy to use as a garland, and they're really bare, okay? So what I'm going to start out with tonight is I'm going to measure this out to about 24 inches, okay? Then I'm just going to bend it around itself. Then I'm going to pull it up, trying to get all of this greenery up to the top. This works if you don't have a greenery swag or candy canes to make you a swag base. But I thought it would be something different tonight, and then you're going to see what we're going to do with it. So you just take, this is a 9-foot garland. I'm going to take some zip ties, and I'm just going to go around the wire here. And I'm going to do it on the inside. Okay? And I'm just going to tie that down there. I'm going to go down a little further down it. And I'm going to find a spot. And I'm going to put another zip tie. Already looks a lot thicker, doesn't it? Just doubling it over. We don't need a huge swag. So we're just making this 24 or 25 inches long. And there we go. So all the way down here, because this was the beginning, I want to make sure I get that also. So just 3 zip ties on this first leg of our journey. I'm going to go back right quick, and all I'm going to do is cut off these 3 zip ties. I didn't tie them down real tight, just a little snug. So now that we're back to bending it, going back up again, we're going to bring another piece right up beside it. Okay? I say okay a lot. Sorry, guys. I think it's just habit. And I'm just going to stick it in around the one that we tied to it. Do the exact same thing and tie it just snug. I try to get them in a little bit different places. You may have to move some of these greenery pieces out of the way. This is a way to make an inexpensive base if you don't have a swag. You can pick these up. Like I said, I got this last year at Walmart for $3. I'm going to go back down here. I think I'll go right in here in between them this time. Trying to keep all of the pine needles, if that's what you can call them, out of my way. And let's get another zip tie right here. This ends up being pretty sturdy. And it's got your ties built right into it. The theme of tonight is Halloween. And I'm going to clip these off. And it's candy corn. Okay, I'm just sort of going to push these to the top. and bring this last piece that we folded over. Let me get all those zip ties out of our way. And pull them ties up. And now we're going to connect the very last piece, and see it becomes a very thick, and once you get your ties up, evergreen base. I'm going to bend that right there just a little bit. Find me another spot to go in. Let's hook another one right here. There we go. Let me pull these on up. Get this last one way down here and see if I can't get it tied off. I think it's going to have to be tied right there. Like I said, it is quite sturdy, because you think about it, you don't have just the one. Even though your big swags have a really thick center going down the spine of it, the back of it, this one has 3 now. And you can see it's just as sturdy as if it had that large spine. Now we're just going to shape it a little bit, getting these pine needles, artificial pine needles, sort of pulled all the way up and around and stuff, so we can use them as our ties. If you think you need more zip ties, by all means. That's just preference. You can tell how sturdy you need it. Okay, so that's what we've got right there, guys. So let me get these other zip ties out of our way. Put them down there in my bundle. So we've made our base. Now what we're going to do is, since we've got this base made, and our theme is candy corn, and I'm going to apologize because this is still going to read backwards. This is a welcome sign that I got from All Places Sugar Pepper Design, guys. Just a simple welcome. And it's in the candy corn. I also have got some more embellishments to go in tonight. Aren't these precious? I bought just the cutout candy corn when I was at one of my craft fairs, and I added the bow. So I've got several of those. And I've got some other things that we're going to put in it. Okay? So that's our theme for tonight. So first off, we're going to start off, and we're going to be using, I had some leftover 21-inch yellow mesh. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my rotary cutter and clean up the end of this a little bit, because that looks a little nasty. This has got some metallic in it, which I thought would be neat. Just like with the regular ruffle, we can fold it under, go ahead and ruffle it all the way across. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to find us a starting place. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bend this end, since I'm working with an evergreen, I'm going to bend it under. Okay? You can go as far as, let's count a little bit here, and let's just go ahead and make us a poof. Okay? And what I thought would be neat is if we come right down the center, you can use one tie to tie it in if you want, or you can use two. I like to use two ties. So I'm just going to lay it right here. Let's make us a little poof up here at the top. Grab us two ties that are pretty close. Whoops, I knew I had two there. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to twist it in and just fluff it out. And I'm just going to go down the center of this for right now. So now, let's see. Let's do about 11. How's that? I'm just going to go on the inside, and I'm just going to just gauge it to where my poofs are about the same size going down. And I'm going to find another spot, slip it down in there, and I'm going to tie it down to it. This is something that I would probably do and have done on just a regular swag, evergreen swag. So let's do it again. About 11 inches. That looks really good. I go ahead when I'm doing it this way and make sure I've got a good poof going. I come down about the same amount, find me two more tags, tags. Oh well. And twist it in. Because using something like this, when you're going to be putting different colors of mesh in, you don't have to have a full row. So those pieces of rolls that you've got, hey, put them to use, right? Let's pull it down again. Find us a spot. Open it up. Looks good. You'd think with all these ties on there I wouldn't have a problem. Isn't this a pretty yellow mesh? I love this color. Okay, we're getting down here to the bottom. So what I'm going to do, let's see, pull it a little longer, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. There we go. So what I can do is make one big poof right down here at the bottom. Or the regular, you know. Find me some of my little ties. So I can tie this one really tight. I'm going to come in here and poof it out, guys. What makes an evergreen base really worth working for you is that these hold glue exceptionally well. So that's our first. And see, I still have a little bit left from this roll. So that's what we've got so far. Let me get those scissors out of our way. And that, or I'll be cutting myself. Now what I have is I have some 10-inch, and this is black and orange. So I know that candy corn is usually orange, white, and yellow. But we're going to do a little twist on it, right? I cut these to 18 inches. I'm going to take them, roll them over, go right up the middle. Okay? Now I'm going to go here to the outside, and I'm just going to find me a 1 or 2 of these evergreens. Didn't like the way that looked. I think I'm just going to use one and twist it around. Okay? There we go. We're going to do it again. You know, you never know when you design on a fly. I came up with this ideal today, and I thought, why not? I haven't done it in a while. And just spread them out. Just spreading these out a little bit. Nice and full. The only thing is, as I think I would like to put a couple of ruffles up here at the top also. Okay. Hi, Patricia. Welcome, everybody. Like I said, I'm not really seeing the comments tonight. Just put one right here. But what we did is we took a 9-foot garland, made our evergreen swag base. I'm going to put one more up here at the top. And we ran 11-inch poofs down the center of it after we got it connected together. And we've got 10-inch mesh we're putting in right now. I cut it at 18 inches. And we're just making a little messy ruffle out of it. And got my cord there. Let me get that off the table. So right now, after making that to 24 inches, guys, a 24 inch, it's already at 34. So I think I'm gonna put, there's a couple of little bare places here and there. We've got the mesh, why not use it, right? Got a little. This has got metallic in it too. This orange and black has some black metallic and a little bit of orange metallic in it. So I see a little bit of a bare spot right there. One right here. Okay, so I've gotten rid of the bare spots there. I've got one right here I can see, maybe two on this side. Got one more right up here and we'll be done putting. We had one piece left. Pull that up just a tad. Okay, guys, so that's what we've got on both sides. As you can see, it's really really sturdy. And there's the back side of it. Okay. We've got our little yellow right down the center. And we've got one piece of mesh. We may use it, we may not. So what I'd like to do is, if you'll notice earlier when I laid this up there on the wreath, is that it didn't look like it would really fit. Well, one thing about it is that I'm going to do this at an angle. And I really only need 2 tie down points. So what I'm going to do, let's get our handy dandy weaving needle. There's one. And I think I'm going to tie it to these 2 spots right across from each other. I'm going to take both ties at one time. I'm going to bend it. And this is just to help me, because I do want to go through the mesh, but I do want to run it all the way to the back, in between that evergreen. And the same way with that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a catty-cornered sign tonight, guys, which is perfectly fine. I think it'll give it a little bit of interest. Through our mesh. If I can get it through it. Oh, I bent it, of course. There we go. Now I'm going to flip it over. And now that I've got this on here, I'm going to find the wire that we wired it to. Wired them together. And they're pretty easy to find. And I'm going to tie that to the wire. Okay? I'm going to come up here, pull this one also, and that wire is right there. Keep getting it caught on something. There. And I'm going to twist it onto that wire really well. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, we don't need these, so I'm just going to take them out. Y'all don't tell anyone, okay? There we go. Just needed 2 of them. Okay? So now we're going to put some ribbons in this. And that's going to take care of most of the evergreen you see. But I don't mind the evergreen. We're going to be using a green with candy corns. And I'm pairing it up with just an orange. And I'll show you why here in a little bit. And then I've got a black candy corn with a green. So I'm just going to I cut these to 13 inches. Fold them over just like you would on anything else. I'm going to keep it in the middle tonight and just ruffle it up the center. Okay. Find me a starting point. I'm going to lay these ribbons in. Whoops. You can tie them with a couple of ties. And push them back. I'm going to alternate them as best I can. I don't know if we'll use all of these ribbons or not. Ruffle it up the middle. I'm going to come down just a little ways. Bend that back and under. I think that's adorable. Just like that. Okay. See if we can't get some down here at the end. Let's go up here sporadically and find up some spots. Here's just another one. Sort of pull that like that. I cut these ribbons to 13 inches. That's usually the length I cut them to. I do 13 or 12. Occasionally the other night I did a 14-inch cut. But that was a really big wreath. And I'm just sort of yanking these apart. And crisscrossing them. Let's come up here and do the same thing. We don't need many. Hi, Mike. Okay, so all the ribbons we're going to put in it because we've got some other stuff. Let's make us a bow. We're going to use the same colors we used. Then we're going to throw in one other color. I can remember where I put it. Let's see. There it is. Oh, that's right. I have this right here. Okay. I want to start off, excuse me. I'm just going to do about a 6-inch tail. Okay. Push it down in there, and I'm going to twist it. We're going to do small round bows, my specialty. Nothing super big. We're only going to come out here to about the 6. Twist it again. Keep it fluff. Smash it down in there. So this one's going to go up to form our X. And then we're going to cut it off. Okay. I'm just going to set it there because we're going to be making 2. Sorry, guys. We're going to go ahead and bring our 1.5. Twist it. This one goes down next to the loop. A little bit shorter. That one goes up. And we'll put that one up. And give it a trim. Leave that one out. Let's come back in with this black. And even though we went down with that orange one, that's okay. We're going to go down with this black one. A little bit shorter. Okay. Gonna do a little bit of green. Don't need that much. I'm gonna go up with it. A little shorter. Get it the same size there. And bring this one down. Now we're going to bring in this color. I love this color. I love Rick Rack. Love, love, love it. So I'm going to go up. I made a twist. I'm going to make a center loop. And I'm going to come down, and I'll show you why how this is going to coordinate in just a minute. Still going to take my 2 pipe cleaners. I'm going to twist them together. Really tight. I'm going to go take my 2 fingers like scissors, find my dowels, go right up under, and go ahead and push up this ribbon. If I quit squeezing on it, take my thumb, place it on the top, and just easily lift it off. Go right in between them. Had a ribbon in the way, guys. Just pulling my tails to one side. They are already in position. My loops. Open up my center, and we'll trim it when we get it on the swag. So let's repeat this. One. And let's bring this beast back over here. Since we finished the smaller one first, we're going to go ahead and put it on. Again, you do an evergreen just like you do any other. I'm going to get this about right here, and I'm just going to go down in it, pull this side through. Take the other side, same way. Pull it through. I always pull my bow up so I know where I'm positioning it. And you don't want to pull it super tight. And you take it and you twist it. So since we're up here, let's go ahead, or down here I should say, and do these tails right quick. That one had to be a little longer. Thank you. Okay. You may have to play with that, but that's okay. Now we've got two bows on it. It's rather large, but like I said, go big, go home, right guys? Now let's play some more. Like I said, I don't know if y'all were on at the beginning of it. I got these adorable candy corns at one of the craft fairs I was at. I added a bow and I added a skewer on the back of it. I'm going to put 3 of them in here. I thought this would just give it a little contrast. And then I already made up some more cheater bows to go in this. So let's get our candy corn in first. And we know this is going to be the top. And so I want to have one hanging out over the side down here. So I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to get my glue gun over here. And I'm going to put a generous amount of glue, because this greenery base takes this glue really well. And that's what I'm going down to. I'm going down right in. make sure that I get it right there. Get out of my way of my cute little So now we've got us some little candy corn in it. So now let's put us a few of these little cheater bows. I'm just going to put both of them in at one time. I thought this was an excellent way to bring that other ribbon. Make sure I get to one of those wires. And I made the loops on these large on purpose. Because I actually wanted them to stand out and have a purpose. Be adorable, but have a purpose. I'm just afraid that one won't get to show. I think I'll just put it at the top. Right on the side. Make sure I get up and under there. Jimmy Cricket. There we go. Let me get this one tied in. You can actually take and use one of the greenery deals. Okay guys, that's just about as good as it's going to get.